Welcome back to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. Today's episode is powered by Perfect Sports Nutrition. Today's video is a preview of the workouts and lessons that you will get at bazookatraining.com. If you like it, head over to the website bazookatraining.com, sign up, and get all these workouts. There's over 300 to learn from. All right, let's get into today's video. Boom! Welcome back to bazookatraining.com here in the sparring drill section. Today, we're talking about more advanced block countering drills. Now, we're focusing on leg blocking here. Now, what makes it more advanced is understanding that you need to throw punches before, okay? Now, a more beginner style, and this is how we're gonna introduce today's little tutorial and drill here, is understanding here that I need to be able to block and counter, okay? So the beginner way is Matt throws his right kick, I block, and now I have options, okay? Now, when I teach block countering, I always like to teach three main ones, okay? So I can block the rear kick here, step down with a right kick. I can block into a switch kick, okay? Boom. And then the third one I like to add is a cross hook round kick combination, okay? So that kind of allows you to use both your sides and your punches as well. And now, I'm a big believer in having built-in counters. Now, when you're in a fight or you're sparring and the kick comes, I shouldn't have to think what my counter is. It needs to come quick, so this is why I like to drill the three. So at least when I block, boom, I can come back right in right away. Boom, shoot, bang, I can fire out fast without thinking and do damage right away. Now, with that, okay, I'm gonna progress. Now, understanding that with these three counters, I can still block a left kick with the same three. So the switch kick comes, I block, right kick, I block, I switch kick, I block, cross hook, round. Now, this is more intermediate because when you do this as a beginner, you're probably only going to teach the right kick, then you're only going to teach the left. But when we do this sparring drill, it's important that you practice all three in a row, okay? So you need to start moving around, the kick comes, block, boom, kick, block into the switch kick, move around, I block into the cross hook kick, okay? Beautiful. So now once you've established the right kick and the left side, blocking properly, and mixing, you have to start adding punches. Now, what I like to start with, okay, is with occupying space. Remember, the idea of occupying space is I'm not sitting heavy on my punches, I'm just throwing punches here, and while I'm keeping busy here, I need to be ready to block my kicks. So this is drill number one of advanced leg blocking counters, okay? So I'm occupying space, the right kick comes, I go again. I occupy here, I block, boom, and I go right away into my occupying space combinations. Now the left kick comes, I'm occupying, boom. I'm occupying and then countering. I'm occupying, boom. All right, so you can see now, I'm forced myself to kind of punch and be ready to block right away. Now, after this little bit of a warm-up round where it's more live for you, this is where we start building in more set drills to practice. Now, in our system, usually when someone jabs, so if Matt jabs me, I'm gonna chop the leg. That's what I've teaching you from day one here on the channel. Now, you have to be prepared for those kind of counters. So, what Matt's gonna do is he's gonna hold his hand up for me, okay? I'm gonna jab, and then as soon as I jab, he's gonna attack here. I get back right to my leg block right away. So this is where the advanced part comes in. So I need to be ready to boom, block right away, and then I attack with the same three. Boom, block, into the switch kick, power jab, block, cross hook, attack, okay? Now, that's what the right side I teach. Now, the second thing I teach you at Bazooka here is when you throw the cross, so Matt throws a jab cross, boom, I try to kick underneath, right? Or I can, off the cross, I can kick the leg. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna throw a jab cross to Matt's hand, bop, bop, the switch kick comes, boom, block here, same counters, right kick, left kick, cross hook, round. Take the thinking out of it, okay? So then I'll pop again, boom, boom, block, into the switch, pop, pop, block, boom, boom, and attack this way, okay? So you can already see now how there's a system where I have to step and punch, block and come back. Now, the way I teach this concept first is with lines on the floor. So if you take a look where the gray and the black meet, what I want you to understand is before I start, you see I'm on the black line. Now I'm just gonna throw a jab. When I jab, boom, I'm over the line, okay? So this is, in this current position, okay, I'm in a stance which is called defensive. So if Matt throws a kick from this stance, it's easy for me to block. He throws a left kick, it's easy for me to block. But as soon as I step into an offensive stance, it now becomes harder for me to block, okay? So now I'm forced to be able to have to come back. So you have to manage that stepping very importantly. So if I step really hard once and the kick comes, my stance is too long now, I can't block it. So when you're sparring or in a fight and you realize, man, he's countering my jab with the low kick, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna only step halfway. See, so I'm able to step a little bit, but still block. The idea is I want him to kick, okay? I'm baiting him into kick. This way when he comes back, bang, I can come back with a nice hard counter myself. So a nice light here, bop, then go boom, boom, bang, power. And then you notice I come right back to my defensive stance behind the line, okay? So if I throw the jab cross, right? 1, 2, block, attack. I come back to a defensive stance behind the line. So now I'm ready, I can play. And then I pop, boom, boom, block, bang, here, ready to go, okay? So that's a very important part in this type of drilling, defensive versus offensive stance. And just remember, when you attack, you have to be ready to block and then counter again, okay? So you're attacking first with good hands, right? Realizing the kick's coming, attacking, and then coming back out. Now, this is more for leg. You can do the same type of drilling with the Dutch blocks off the hand, okay? So the same concept. I jab, the right kick comes, I block here. Now I'm gonna go with my classic Dutch block. Hook, cross, switch kick, okay? If I go right 1, 2, right? 1, 2, the switch kick comes, I block, cross hook, round kick, okay? So I'll go with the jab first, jab, block, boom, boom, kick, and then I go 1, 2, Dutch block, and attack that way, okay? So the concept of advanced block countering is making sure you attack, block, and then counter out with the main 3, okay? Very important drills, and work on your levels. If you're still new, practice the beginner one. Jab, block, right kick. Jab, block, switch kick. Jab, block, cross hook, round. Practice on the right side, the left side, practice the body, and then eventually, when you get really good, you can just play and relax. So what that means is Matt will be in more of a sparring position. This would be more the highest level. So boom, I jab here, and then boom, okay? So that's what the mistake was. I went too hard, I didn't expect to counter. So he's gonna counter when he's ready, and I don't know which leg's coming, so I'm reading the drill, okay? And you notice here, when I don't know, I'm gonna use evading, okay? And then I attack, boom. Once I find it, I need a fast counter. Now I don't need to counter every time. I can block here, I could attack, I can move, bang, boom. It's occupying, boom, bang, okay? And I just play. Now I'm just sitting here. When I'm not sure, I move, okay? When I'm playing in here, bang, okay? So that's how you can start playing this game at a more advanced level. It's a game, it's playful. You gotta read tendencies, see body language, but start making your blocking and countering drills a little bit more advanced by attacking first. Okay, hope you enjoyed today's episode. We'll see you next time here at bazookatraining.com.